So everything that you do correspond with everything else. So who are you when no one is watching? Because you are always watching. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the series, How to Get Skillfully Lucky in Trading and in Life. If you're one of those people who have been seeing all this lucky girl syndrome and you want to be one of them, especially when it comes to trading and your life, then you have came to the right place. Make sure to subscribe and follow along on this series. So today we are touching on episode number 2, which is mastering the basics. Most of the time, you already know what to do. You already have everything on hand to succeed, but you're just not doing it well enough. Trust me, whatever you're doing right now is already something that you can excel in. You just need to bring a bit more awareness into it. For example, you know that you should wake up at 8 o'clock or maybe even at 7 a.m., but you're pushing around, you're pushing into 7:15, sometimes, pushing into 7:30. You are not being accountable for yourself. So it all starts from this little habits that you have throughout the day that will make you more confident or have more conviction in who you are as a person. So firstly, you have to master what is given to you already before you can master something else. Another example when it comes to trading is if you say that you are going to show up to the charts tonight and someone asks you out for dinner, you're going to say no. You have put out the thought that today is the day I am going to show up to the charts, and therefore whoever else that tries to take my time is not going to get it because I have set that aside for me. Doesn't matter whose birthday it is, what special occasion, who is leaving, it doesn't matter. Your goals come first, and you have to learn how to say no so that you can start saying yes to yourself and your time. So I'm going to introduce to you another law by the Hermetic principles, or the Law of Correspondence. As above, so below. As below, so above. As within, so without. As without, so within. So everything that you do correspond with everything else. So who are you when no one is watching? Are you the same person as if someone is watching? Because let me give you the answer. You are always watching. You are the observer throughout your entire life, and you are your lifelong project. So for all the times that you say you're going to go to the gym and you don't show up, your subconscious mind is listening. For all the times that you say you're going to start a project, a business, a degree, and you didn't follow through, you think that no one else knows this, right? But actually, you are keeping yourself accountable. You have to start putting yourself through little to-do lists and checking them off every single day so that you can build this self-trust that ultimately turns into conviction in yourself. And the next time you actually say that you want to do something, the world will show you all of the signs and evidence and pathways and the right people to bring you to that goal, because the world has no deniability for your goal when you set your mind on something. So become someone that is bulletproof. When you say you're going to get something done, get it done, no matter how big or small. You can start off with the small things, and this is why, this episode is so important. I want you to start off with things you're already doing. So number 2, money loves mastery. A lot of people would pay for a ticket to watch mastery. For example, a boxing match, right? The crowd that is like going boo at all the players are the same people who paid for the tickets. So in trading, money loves mastery. Money loves the person who consistently show up, consistently pick on that specific trade idea, and consistently execute. Put in the work that is required for you to trust yourself. So throughout your entire day, where can you implement mastery? If you say that you're going to meditate, make sure you do it. If it's going to be 15 minutes, don't stop at 10. Follow through on every single thing that you say and do them well. What I mean by doing them well brings us to point number 3. Bring awareness. So, as you're watching this video, are you doing something else? Are you writing notes? Or are you scrolling Instagram? So is your awareness the third party that is constantly watching you? Is she here with you right now? Are you able to constantly be your fullest self wherever you are, in whatever that you do? Because once you get to flow that higher self in every single thing that you do, you'll find ways to make them easier, ways to make them more efficient, tweaking them just a bit better every single day, that everything flows so smoothly that you're enjoying the process. Get your mind so lost in the craft and the mastery that you lost all expectations of where you're supposed to be, who you're supposed to become, who are you today, who are you going to be tomorrow. It's in that moment where you truly find happiness. So are you able to find all these little snippets of happiness throughout your day by trying to master every single thing that's in front of you? It doesn't have to be trading immediately. It could just be keeping, the utensils from the dishwasher. How are you going to do it a bit better? It could just be making your morning coffee. How are you going to make sure that every single ground is within the basket? That pool of coffee that you're going to get is the most aromatic coffee. And how much milk you're going to put in it, and that first sip of your coffee. Are you able to find this love and mastery and appreciation in everything that you're already doing? So if you're using your favorite cup in the morning, are you able to give it a bit more appreciation? Actually, just look at it, feel it, let God flow through you while you give love into everything and everyone that you come across today. So at the second half of this video, I'm going to show you what I do every single day for me to bring awareness into my day-to-day habits. And it's not just in trading, even though that is a key point and what you're here for, but I want you to bring this awareness into everything else that you're doing. So I've split up my priorities into 4 pillars of life, which is called the health, wealth, heart, and soul. So every single day, you want to make sure that you fill up these 4 key pillars, because this is the foundation to your house. You can't grow one while lacking the other 3 and expect your house to be standing on solid ground. So you want to grow all 4 of them at the same time every single day. And there will be days where you fall short on one point, and then the other 3 will lift you up to remind you that even though today you might not have studied as much material as you want, but the other 3 where you show up for your family, you meditated, you journal, you took care of your health, you went to the gym, will carry you out of those losing days that you will be facing when it comes to trading. It's a saying from Bruce Lee which goes along the lines of, I'm not afraid of the man who practiced 10,000 kicks once. I'm afraid of the man who practiced one kick 10,000 times. So whatever you're doing today, make sure it's your 10,000th time doing it. You're not just jumping around from strategy to strategy. You want to be that guy who practiced one thing 10,000 times. You want to be that undeniable to everything and everyone around you, even yourself, your higher self, your subconscious self, the self that is constantly watching you at every single thing that you say you're going to do, whether you do it or not. So you have no one else to prove in this world other than yourself, because you are your biggest project. You are your lifelong project. There's nothing else you need to work on than this project right now. So enjoy the next segment where I show you guys how I do my journaling every day and start practicing it for yourself. Try it for 1 week and see how often you actually show up for yourself. How I focus on my health, wealth, heart, and soul, that is by being aware that I am currently focusing on them, right? So what I like to do is have a little journal book and 2 pages side by side. Every day we'll use 1 page like that. So we'll write down our health, wealth, heart, and soul. So this will be a checklist that has to be filled up throughout the day. Okay, so let me just make an example. So first one of health will be sleep 8 hours, and then I could put in gym. I would put in home cooked food because I want to eat healthy, and this really helps me with my weight. Like, it doesn't matter whether I'm counting calories, like the calories outside and the calories at home are not the same. I really think like with all the seasoning and everything, it makes a difference to how your body reacts and how it stores fat. So for health, it can be something like taking my Shilajit supplement before the gym, right? So right now I've already written 4 points on my health, which is sleep, gym, home cooked food, and Shilajit. So sleep 8 hours, done. I would check it off. And then on wealth today, I would put, it's a Monday, so I'll put show up to New York, AM session. Secondly, chart markups. Okay, so that's the 2 on my wealth for now. And then I have my heart. So heart would be something like reading this book. It's called Outsmarting Reality, and I've been reading it for a long time now. And one example of what I mean by doing things and doing them well is that I have put down, in the front of the page, like when is the first time I read it and what color pen I'm using, so that when I am highlighting my book, right, I would have the color of my first pen being the first thing that caught my eyes, brought to my attention. So if the second time I'm using a blue pen, then I would know what caught my attention the second time. It could be the same thing, but when you read a book, you are constantly a different person. So it's very important for you to also track who you are. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm just tracking everything. But since you're just starting out, let's say you pick a book that is feeding your heart or your soul, or even this video. Watching this video can be feeding your heart because it makes you aware of things that brings you happiness. It could also be spending time with family, spending time with Michael. I would put that down. So I make it intentional. By the end of the day, I want to make sure that all these things on my list are covered, right? And lastly, for soul, I'm gonna put meditation. I'll put 15 minutes. And then another thing I could put in meditation, soul, is journaling. Like this. So this is journaling, right? So once you have filled up a few goals in your left side, don't worry about how big or small they are. They can be really simple things like doing a full skincare routine. You can put that under your heart, or you can put that under your health. Like if today you wash your face, you put toner, and then you put serum, wow, like that is 3-step process that you just went through. You get to put it on your list and check it off. Okay, so once you have this side done, preferably you do this the night before, so that when you wake up, you have something to look forward to. And if you're showing up for your job, like your 9-to-5 job, you can put that down as well, like show up to work. And then on the right side, you would put down what time you have done them. So today I woke up at 8 a.m. right? So I would put in here 8 a.m. brush teeth, and then I would put in make coffee, journal like this right now, and film. So me doing this, I would put it in my heart, film for YouTube, because this is really something that is coming out of my heart. I can also put it into wealth, but it's not really generating me money directly, right? So filming for YouTube is something that feeds my heart. Okay, so right now it's already 9 a.m. I'm going to put Outsmart Reality because I'm about to read. And then throughout the day, I will just continue filling it up. So the thing is, try to do whatever that's here while including the time, so you know exactly what time you have done them and you're more intentional throughout your day. So do the simple things, listening to a podcast, writing down notes while you're doing it, and do them well. Hey guys, it's me again. So I just want to give you an example of what I mean by mastering the little things, like doing everything you're already doing, but just a bit better. This is my quirky little self doing the dishwasher, and this is how I like to do my cutleries. So we see here, spoon, 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 small spoons, and then fork, 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 and then knife, 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 and knife, like this. So that when I put them in, they're already ready for the drawer. How satisfying. So leave it down in the comment below. What are some of the mastery or quirky little things that you're already doing that you would like to share with everyone else? See you guys in the next video. Bye.